Welcome back, viewers. This is Sammy D from Datbrokedamouth, and I'm going to be doing the unboxing to this Magic the Gathering Commander. We're going to be doing Titus. This is from the Final Fantasy X or Final Fantasy X, however you like to call it. Right, and this one is called Counter Blitz. As you can see, the theme of this one is add counters and pass them around, which I have to say, the Final Fantasy collab, they did in spades. Like, this is a very, very dangerous mechanic, and the way that they played it off in this edition made this really challenging, especially during the pre-release events that I went to. When I went up against a deck where they were like really doing well with the counters, oof. Like, they got even the smallest of creature big ridiculously fast. So I can't even imagine how that mechanic is going to work in Commander. All right, so let's open this up and take a look. The cool thing, one of the things that I'm super excited about is that all of the commanders are themed based on the game that they're from, right? So all the cards and everything here are going to be themed to Final Fantasy X or Final Fantasy X, right? Even the Soul Ring is going to be themed. Like, in each commander for this edition, the Soul Ring is different. That's just crazy. Right, so, oh, I love that. You open it up and it says to Xanarkand. That's like, so to anyone who played this game, you get the reference, right? That is a quotable moment right there from that game. All right, so boop. So open up. And oh man, why am I having so much trouble getting this stuff out? Oh, here we go. There we are. Oof. We're a little rough with it. So we got some tokens here. We got Yuna, Crystal, of course, and Titus. So I'm going to take care of that later. We got some fancy little tokens there in case you don't have them. Something that you want to play around with, this is great because I've been collecting them for my pre-release kits. Then it of course did come with a box. I do not use these boxes. I tend to use more boxes similar to these, right, when it comes to putting my cards away. But it's really nice that they have them. Especially last time I checked, these boxes almost never fit the cards with the sleeve on. Like, they usually are sized just to the card. Okay. So here we go. Here is our commander. We got Titus. Now let's check out the rest of this, shall we? So it's this is a commander deck, so it's 100 cards, right? And our commander is Titus, Yuna's guardian. So his ability is, oop. Right. Still, that's really cool. I like that. That's nice. That's a nice card, especially if you see what it's doing there. The fact that it can proliferate after an attack, that's crazy. And then it lets you draw a card too. So not only do you get to draw a card, you get to proliferate all your +1/+1 counters. Oof. All right. Oh, we got the Grand Summoner Yuna. That's nice. Oh, this is okay. I'm sorry, but Auron was one of my favorite characters in this series. Like, for the Guardians, Auron was definitely one of my favorite characters. His whole vibe was just ridiculous. Oh, we got the Chocobo Knights. Gata and Luzu. I'm trying to remember them. Why can't I remember these characters? But then again, it has been quite a while since I've played Final Fantasy X. Oh, I do remember this guy, Lord Gisco. Giscalguado. We got Protection Magic. Like, these cards, they're just absolutely beautiful. Oh, actually, now I'm actually curious to see if it has all the summons. Right, like all the guardian spirits. We got Ixion. Oh, Yojimbo. Yojimbo was a favorite of mine. I liked Yojimbo. Yojimbo was a really cool. I really love the animation for his attacks. I thought it was kind of funny how his attacks were also money based, but they were random. So just because you gave him a lot of money didn't necessarily mean he was going to give you a good attack. That was the cool thing. You could give him like one zenny. I think the currency was zennies. You could give him one zenny, and his attack would be just as effective as if you were to give him 9,999. The Blitzball Stadium. I love that they added that as an artifact. Oh, Lulu. What I really liked about Lulu was all of her little voodoo dolls. Like, her attack, like, everyone had a weapon, and Lulu had, like, these little voodoo dolls that would attack for her. She had some of the coolest voodoo dolls that were great. I do remember the Traveling Merchant, now that I think about it in this game. But as you can see, a lot of these cards, we have Riku. I know that Riku also made a reappearance for Final Fantasy X2. Oh, we got Valifor. Oh, see, look, I just hope they have all the summons. If they have all the summons on here, it would be insane. Meister Seymour. Oh, okay. I love that they did this. This is the enchantment. They did the sphere grid. This is when you were leveling up, and you would open up these spheres, the sphere grid for like different abilities. Like it gave you a chance to pretty much customize your character, which I think isn't something they've really done before in the Final Fantasies. I think like Final Fantasy VII, your customizations had to do more with like your equipments and the mana and like the different materia that you equip. But this one they had the spheres, which was pretty cool. Oh, I remember the Mega Sisters. Oh wow, here are some stuff that is really going to be very, you know, what's the word for it? Very nostalgic. A lot of this stuff is very nostalgic. Yep, and a lot of the artwork having to do with the scenes, I love it. As you can see, everything so far has been themed just specifically to Final Fantasy X. Now, Kimahri, what I liked about Kimahri is that Kimahri was pretty much like the material, what was it, enemy skills? Or was it like that? I think it was called enemy skills. He was the one that learned all the really cool enemy skills. And it was a hassle because for him to learn it, you had to have it cast on you. You know, so sometimes even the more dangerous skills, you had to risk it. Sin. Oh, I love that they added Sin to this. Like, I also like this the artwork and the card for Sin in the core Final Fantasy game. Waka. Waka, actually, I love that they also added him in other artifacts. Like I think they had the Blitz Ball and I think there was other cards. They added him to a green card, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just saying that I think everyone can if you played the game, these are all scenes that you would remember. The farewell. If I'm not mistaken, this is the scene from the ending. The ending of the game. And this is right when they were about to enter Xanarkand, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna love playing with this deck just so that I could look at a lot of this artwork. Cool from tomorrow. Oh man, that that storyline was really interesting. I personally, as like I was just talking with Shum, that I personally would have loved to have seen a prequel to this. I would have loved to see Jack's story, like actually experience it, like do like a game, like do a little bit of gameplay on that. I would have enjoyed that. Forgotten Ancient. I can't tell what that is. I'm gonna have to take a closer look at that, but Incubation Druid. I'm gonna take a real close look at these cards just to see how I would play them out. But yeah, so these are the cards that are in the Final Fantasy. This is the Titus. This is the Counter Blitz Commander Deck. Altered Ego. If I'm not mistaken, I think this is Ifrit. All right, at least the artwork. The artwork was the this was Ifrit from Final Fantasy X. A lot of these scenes are just iconic. Here we got a lot of the lands. Man, these names are really good too. Overflowing Basin, Port Town, Prairie Stream, Sky Cloud Expanse, Sungrass Prairie, Sun Petal Grove, Temple of Enlightenment, Temple of Mystery. Like, funny enough that going through this is actually making me want to play Final Fantasy X. Temple of Plenty, Vine Glimmer Snarl, Destroy Evil. Oh, you gotta love these removal cards. Grateful Apparition. Oh, I remember the apparition from the story. It's funny, I'm remembering stuff just because like a lot of this is like triggering memories versus it's like, yeah, I know everything about the game, and a lot of this, oh yeah, I remember that kid. Look at that. Draw a card for each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Those creatures gain indestructible until end of turn. That sounds familiar. I feel like Inspiring Call, I feel like I just remember looking at a card similar to that. But I love that they just added the Final Fantasy X art. Look at that. Enchantment. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it deals combat damage to a player, you may draw a card. That sounds familiar too. I feel like I saw another enchantment that was just like that in a different deck. Oh, look at the Arcane Signet.
Yes.
Yeah, so the Arcane Signet. The Arcane Signet is definitely Final Fantasy X theme. Here's an Overflowing Chalice. Oh, which is great. I also recognize Overflowing Chalice, and I love the fact that they did this also themed for Final Fantasy X. And here's the Soul Ring. Okay, here. Look at that. Soul Ring is looking cool. That is the little save area. That's what you would use for your saves. That was a little save token. Look at the Evolving Wilds. Even that, you can tell that's from one of the islands. Forge of Heroes. Idyllic Beachfront. Nesting Grounds. Okay. This is, I love how they did this for Nesting Grounds. I'm more familiar with the Nesting Grounds land from like the Eldrazi art one for Nesting Grounds. Path of Ancestry. Radiant Grove. I know that people are familiar with Radiant Grove. Seaside Citadel. That was really cool. Like even the land art, look at that. Temple of the False God. Temple of the False God. I think that's the one where you get anima. Oh, look at the command tower. If I'm not mistaken, that's Xanarkand. That is, right? I think that is Xanarkand. That's the city of Xanarkand before Sin destroyed it. And they made it the command tower. I love that they did. Now I'm more excited to see the command towers, all the other ones too. Like now I want to see the signet rings and all the other commanders. I'm gonna have to say, I think I'm gonna do Final Fantasy VII. I'm gonna do Clouds last. I have to do Clouds last. I'm kind of glad that I started with X, with Titus, because now I want to do Clouds last. And now here, you know what? I'm really happy that it came in this because I wanted one. I wanted Seventh Haven. Now this isn't Final Fantasy X. This is Final Fantasy VII. But I guess they couldn't, go that far with it, so. But I'm just glad that I have a copy of these now. These are full art. Look, these are the full art lands. Hey, this is great. These are tokens. And just so you know, usually they'll give you tokens that you actually use for the game. Oh, and then we have these little things here in the little like go-to thing. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is supposed to come with like a little booster or something. Yes, it does. Here it is. All right, found it. And this is what it comes with. It comes with this little sample pack, right? So this is a collector's booster sample pack. So we're gonna go ahead and open this up. This is gonna be exciting, right? I'm gonna cross my fingers. Maybe I get 77. If I open up a 77. 77! If I open up a 77, it would be great. Alright, in case nobody knows, 77 is the Chocobo. Alright, let's see what we got, okay? Oh, what? That's awesome. That is ridiculously awesome. I cannot believe I pulled Cloud. Like, I'm having a moment here. I was joking, and I was talking about the Chocobo, but this, I don't think I could have pulled. Oh wow, I don't know what to say here. At least for me, that's All right. And oh my god. And then oh man. That's crazy. And no way. Uh this is a double whammy. They're both from Final Fantasy VII, and me and my brother knew about Cloud. So me and Shun, we knew about Cloud, right? We had suspected Red 13 because we had seen like the art one, and then we knew that it was only for the commander, but I just pulled a collector edition for Red 13, and I have a collector edition for Cloud. All right, this is right. Yeah, this is the full art, no, extended art, right? So this is the extended art. I am I am over the moon right now with this pool. This is crazy to me. All right. So, anyways, I'm gonna end it here before I start becoming a sniveling little Wow, you know, it's just this. Just look at that. I just, it's a mythic rare that I just. Oh, all right. Okay, everybody. I'm gonna end it there. Thank you so much for watching. That was crazy, absolutely crazy. I don't think I could have ended this night in a better note. I am high. I'm on the moon right now. Okay. So, anyways, I hope the other ones are just as good. All right. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Bye.